Hello, my friends, and welcome. I'm Cheryl, and this is Your Journey Yoga. I thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you'll take a moment to subscribe. I hope you will pass along the word to friends and family or whomever you think could benefit from doing some yoga. I love you guys and appreciate you more than you know, so thanks for being here. Today we are going to spend some time on our shoulders. So sometimes with yoga, it can be very challenging because we don't do a lot of things with the arms overhead. If you are working on mobility of your shoulders, if you have a shoulder injury that you were just coming back from, if you have tightness and tension in the shoulders where they just don't have a ton of mobility, this is going to gain some mobility. It's going to be a gentle introduction once again, to getting that full mobility, hopefully back, being kind, listening to your body, not overdoing, but not stopping. So frozen shoulder is a real thing, my friends. So you will really want to make sure that you are moving, but you are moving gently and in a range that is not causing more discomfort and pain to the shoulder, to cause it to lock up and to become frozen. So we will practice on a lot of different aspects of the shoulder. You do what's right for you. If something is not right, if it's more than you're ready to do, by all means, just take a step or two back, opt out of it entirely. If you're feeling like you have a little bit more range to work with, feel free to do that. Just make sure that there is no pain beyond a level 2. Okay, so a little discomfort, mild discomfort is okay. Achy is good. Numbness and tingling is never good. Pain is really never good. So kind of letting that be your guide and just be nice to yourself. Okay, know that all good things come. Practice equals progress, and that it's about listening to, honoring, and respecting your body. Okay, so with that, as comfortable seated position as you can come to. And we're going to extend those arms out and down. So range of motion, I just want you to tap and lift. So we're just moving from a fingertip tap to the floor to about a 4 or 5 inch lift. And if it's a 1 inch lift, it's a 1 inch lift. If it's just extending those arms out to that V, by all means. So just by extending those arms, that causes some pressing down through the shoulders, activating those lats, lengthening through the fingertips, up and down. Good, so we're gonna continue with this 2 more times. And now we're going to take it front, kind of up by the knees, and then back by the hips. So that forward and back movement. So for people who are already progressing past this, you guys, yes, you can do big circles. So you can do circles with the arms. They don't have to be humongous, but just by adding that rotation, that ball and socket joint in the shoulders. Okay, so otherwise we're just doing the tap forward and back. So it's progression, right? So you can stay right here, or we're going to progress and we're going to do those circles. And we're just going to glide those fingertips to the mat, glide those fingertips to the mat. So we're gaining some strength as well as the mobility in the shoulders. But how are you? Are you in pain? If it's beyond a 2, back off. Do you notice one feels a little better than the other? Now we're going to reverse that. So tap to the back and circle forward and around back, sitting nice and tall, just making those circles. Breathe. Always promoting good posture, guys. 2 more. You getting a little fatigue in those shoulders? Perfect. That's what we want. Last one. Good. Now we're going to take that left hand and we're going to cross to the knee and then come back out. Right hand, cross to the knee and take it back out. So you can literally just relax those arms down by your sides, or you can keep that intensity and still kind of reaching. So we keep those arms and shoulder muscles activated as we cross. Mindful movements, my friends. So we're not just lazily moving, allowing gravity to kind of pull us across, and we're not just flailing the arms, right? It's mindful. It's purposeful, okay? We always get more out of things when we do it mindfully, right, than absent mindfully. Good. Let's go 1 more each side. And just shake out those shoulders. So just those shoulder shrugs, just this movement, guys. Yep. So that ball and socket joint, we want to have it freely moving, right, through that ball and socket. That's our goal. And then reverse it coming forward. So almost like you're swimming, right? Only we're not adding those arms yet because maybe we're not quite ready for that. Now make it a little bit bigger and incorporate that arm. A little bit bigger and incorporate that arm. Is that okay? If not, just keep with that shoulder roll. Breathe. All right, so here we come, a little bit bigger. Or we're gonna stay here, right? So a little bit bigger, back to front, back to front. So we're swimming, right? That freestyle, up and over. Now, if you hear some clicks and pops, fine, as long as there's no pain. I got tons of clicks and pops going on in mine, my knees, my hips, my back, my shoulders, all of it. Yep, clicks, pops. It's all part of my daily routine, but there's not pain, okay? So being mindful, last one, and then we're gonna reverse it. So now that left arm, up and back. We're doing backstroke, up and back. Now, because this is a different motion, similar but different, because it is starting at a different place, right? So we're starting front and moving backwards. How does the body respond with that? Easier? More challenging? Is there a specific place where you're like, oh, right there, that's where I feel it? So maybe you don't go quite that high and we come around. Maybe we don't come quite so high and we come around. So it's about moving within your range that's right for your body. Are you still sitting up tall? Are those core muscles still engaged? Breathe. So honestly, you can do this sitting in a chair. You don't have to be on the floor. So you decide what's right for you. Last one. Nice. Relax those shoulders. Again. So a lot of times we can hold tension in the neck that transfers into those shoulders and down your arms. So we're going to take a little bit of time here and work on that on your neck to get let go of some of that tension. Release the chin down. And again, if ever you start feeling tingly, numbness, back off a bit. And then exhale, roll the head to the right. So guys, always checking in and just listening to your body. Find that breath. Slowly slide those left fingertips out. Just hold it out. You feel that all the way down that left side. And then gently pull it back in. Should be a nice little release. Relax. As you exhale, release the chin back towards the chest. And then over to the left. Letting that head be heavy, still sitting up nice and tall, so we're not just kind of crunching down into those vertebrae. We're sitting up and creating space. Now slide those right fingertips out and just hold them out. Intensifies things, yeah? Does for me. If you're like, I don't feel that, celebrate that, guys. Just means you're not holding quite as much tension as I am. So that's good, good, good. And then pull it back in, and that should be a nice release. Just let that right hand be heavy. And exhale, release the chin back towards the chest. And head up nice and tall. Bringing the hands forward, let's interlace your fingers and press your palms down towards the ground. Okay, so now as we've brought those arms forward, does that cause any tension in your shoulders, in your neck? Listen to your body. If it feels right to you, start to lift those arms to shoulder height. Now let's press those palms forward as we hollow out the tummy and chest, pressing the chin down towards the chest. Just opening up that space between the shoulder blades. And inhale, lift, lower those arms. As you exhale, lift the arms, hollow the chest, press the palms forward, chin down. And we lift through the crown of the head as we lower those arms. Beautiful. So now with our feet crossed, we're going to take those hands and we're going to walk them out. Now, if having those arms extended isn't great for you guys, we're going to come down and we're just going to keep those arms down like a forearm, resting on the mat. So a great stretch for the lower back, for those hips. So this is just kind of an added little bonus. Okay, so we're working to get those arms extended. So sliding that right hand out, just gazing kind of down towards the top center of your mat, and then pull that right hand back in. So if you're up on your hands, it's fine. Just slide that left hand out and pull it back in. If you're down, great. So just wherever you are, sliding and drawing it back in. Left arm, slide it out and pull it back in. One more time each side. Extending, just gazing forward so that we have a nice neutral spine. We're not looking forward. Just that nice neutral spine. And pull it back in. Now I want you to be mindful. How was that? How'd that feel? If it felt amazing, you're ready to move on. If you're like, that was really challenging, what I want you to do is open your elbows and keep those hands where they are. So we're not extending those arms any further, but we're allowing our head to come down and just relax. If that felt pretty good and you want a little deeper stretch, extend those arms out. So now all of a sudden those arms are pretty much in a position overhead, as if we were sitting up nice and tall and reaching. However, gravity, yep, the floor is stopping it, so we can just relax the weight of the arms instead of using the muscles to hold them overhead. So noticing if it's the range that's the issue, or if it's the strength of keeping those arms overhead. So just knowledge, guys, if we need to work on the strength through the shoulders, through the lats, through the back, through the neck, through those traps, or if it's actually just the range of motion. And let's slowly walk those hands back up. How are we doing so far? Checking in. Okay, so now we're going to take, so if you're in a chair, yeah, come on down onto the floor, and we're going to lower ourselves down onto our back. And we're going to open those arms out to a T, rotating palms to the sky. So if you need a pillow or something underneath your knees to support your lower back, that's absolutely fine. Again, we're focusing on those shoulders. So just find a comfortable place. If you like, you can cross your legs, literally just any place you like where you're comfortable and in a good position. And those arms are open out to a T. So just find what works. Now we're going to bend those elbows and we're going to draw the fingertips straight to the sky. Elbows are straight out from your shoulders. So we've created a 90-degree bend. And then we're going to slowly lower the back of the hands towards the ground. Now you might have a place where your body says, nope, that's as far as we're going. That is absolutely fine. What I would recommend for you, if you like, is to get a pillow, a blanket, a towel at that height so that you can truly relax the weight of your arm and the weight of your hand into that towel, pillow, blanket. Now you don't want it too high because you want to increase that range, right? But we want it to be at a comfortable level. If you can get the back of your hands to the floor, awesome. And then fingertips come back to the sky. Let's do that again. Lower back. So if you happen to have that towel, great. If it feels like it's getting easy to touch that towel, one of the beautiful things about a blanket or a towel is that you can kind of unfold it and that level change just happens. And before you know it, back of the hands are against the earth. So being mindful that we're not shifting those elbows too much. Let's do that once more. Awesome. Now let's take it back. And we're going to extend those arms, sliding the back of the hands along the floor, bringing the pinkies to the outsides of the hips, palms to the sky, and relax the arms. Breathe. Now, how does that feel? If those shoulders slightly rolled under, palms open to the sky, chest open, and we're going to make a big circle with those arms. Up and over. Back of the hands remain on the mat. Now you might not be able to get all the way overhead. That is absolutely fine. Wherever you need to stop, stop. Okay, so we're gradually increasing that range. Doesn't have to happen 100% today. So we're taking it from the hips, big circle all the way up. So if ever you've made snow angels, yep, we're just doing the arm portion of our snow angel with the palms open to the sky. Last one this way. And now when your hands come back down towards your hips, bring your palms to the floor. And we're gonna open, big circle as high as you can get it. This is gonna be different, guys, different range. So again, probably not gonna be able to get all the way overhead. Take it up to the highest point where those palms are still touching the floor, and then sweep it back down by your hips. big sweeping circle up as high as you can. Palms remain on the mat, or against the earth, I should say. Your mat's going to not go out that far. So big circle, up, 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 up. And now as we do that circle, palms stay facing the ground until the point where you need to rotate those palms up. Touch your palms at the top. And then slowly open once you're able to bring those palms back towards the earth. Palms face down. Sweep it open as you need to. Palms face up. And then palms gently touch. So how is that range for you, my friends? Again, we don't want any pain. We just want anything less than pain, right? So that dull ache, yep. Easy, perfect. That's where we want it to be. And if we keep working mindfully, purposefully, with kindness, we'll get there. And now lift those arms straight to the sky. Lengthening and reaching. And then slowly open those arms. And then slowly draw those arms back up to touch. Now, if this doesn't feel great, guys, with that shoulder height, you're going to come lower, kind of to a V. Okay, so we're going to modify, creating the range that works for us, where it's a challenge, but we're successful without pain. And open and close. One more time. Open either to a big V or to a T. And close. And turn your palms to face away from you. Pull the elbows down, a little touch, and then reach. So just by changing the positioning of your hands, right? Opening, closing, internal, external rotations, we work that shoulder joint in a different way. Now bring your palms to touch and open the palms. Bring your palms up to touch and open the palms. So we're just touching the elbows and those triceps to the mat. Last one. And touch and pull those hands down towards your tummy. Just take a second. How do you feel? And let's draw one foot in towards your bottom and then the other. Hands come down by your sides. Palms towards the floor. We're going to tuck the pelvis so that the small of the back presses into the mat, and we're going to slowly press those hips up towards the sky. Now, this is not necessarily something where you would do like, oh yeah, this is a shoulder stretch. Okay, but we're going to incorporate it into a shoulder stretch if your body's ready for that. So our bridge pose, great for opening the chest, great for strengthening the hamstrings and the glutes. And a nice little shoulder stretch and chest stretch when we bring the hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers, rolling those shoulders underneath us just a little bit. So if your body says, yeah, that's not the very best place for me, just enjoy your bridge pose. Keep those arms extended. No need to roll those shoulders underneath you if that's not right. Find your breath, my friends. Releasing the hands, unrolling one shoulder and then the other, and then slowly, slowly release it back down. Draw one knee in towards your chest and then the other. Hands behind your thighs. Rock it up. Turn back to face front. How we doing? Hopefully fantastic. All right, you guys, we're going to finish up. We're going to extend those arms out to a T, and we're going to cross that left arm out in front. Right hand to the tricep just below your shoulder. Pull it in nice and tight. Turn your left palm to face the back, and turn and take your gaze out over that left shoulder. Little tuck of your chin towards that left collarbone. So again, oftentimes, tightness in the neck can transfer into the shoulders, and vice versa. So always good to loosen up through the neck, to move full range in those shoulders, and just to let go. Inhale, lift your gaze, turn it back to face front, and then slowly take your gaze out over that right shoulder with a little tuck of your chin. Breathe. Inhale, lift your gaze, turn it back to face front, and let's switch sides, extending that right arm. Left hand to the tricep just below your elbow. Pull it in nice and tight. Turn and take your gaze out over that right shoulder. Little tuck of your chin towards your collarbone. Just working to let go tension. If you're not feeling any, celebrate that, you guys. Inhale, lift your gaze, turn it back to face front, and then take it out over that left shoulder. Little tuck of your chin. Inhale, lift your gaze, turn it back to face front. Release those arms. We're gonna do a little check. Roll left shoulder up, right shoulder up, both shoulders up. Left shoulder, right shoulder, both shoulders. Extend those arms out, slide those fingertips out. If it feels right to you, rotate your palms to the sky. We're gonna lift those arms as high as we can lift them. Keep going to wherever it feels right to you. And pull those hands to heart center. Release your hands once more, palms to the sky. Extend those arms out. Lift as high as feels good to you. Stop wherever you need to. Pull the hands to heart center. And I want to take a moment to thank you for joining me today, for taking care of yourselves. I hope that you saw a difference in mobility, hopefully a little lessening of discomfort in those shoulders. We'll work together to get you through this and hopefully feeling amazing. Be well, my friends. Take care. And until the next time, light and love to each and every one of you. Until then, namaste.